Hello everyone, it's me again, and today I'm going to show you how to make a Splatoon poster. So there are multiple things to clear out about this stuff, but it's not really that hard once you know how to do stuff. So let's start with spawning an Inkling model. I use the unchanged Inkling models because, as far as I know, those are the best Inkling models in Gmod. Yeah, so the first question is the Inkling eye color changing. You don't necessarily have to change the eye colors because you basically can't do it on the model you spawn. There are multiple different models with different eye colors and different hairstyles. For example, this is the blue Inkling with the default hairstyle, and this is the green eye colored Inkling with a different hairstyle. You can also change the head shape on the models by holding C and right clicking it, and you can see that there are multiple sections for the model, like underwear, head style, ponytail. By clicking this you can remove the ponytail from his head, or you can also change the head style, which as far as I know doesn't do much. It just makes his head low poly, or yeah. The underwear are multiple different textured underwears, and yeah, I don't really use it that much, but you can also do that. Same thing here, except the alt, like the different let's say I want an Inkling to have a different hairstyle than these two. So what I'm doing here is that I'm spawning the alt Inkling model, because with a different hairstyle than the default, the eyebrows and the hair are different, and if you make the hair invisible, it's not going to make the eyebrows invisible. So there, as you can see it here, there are team color and team color 2. You can make both of these invisible, and you can see that the eyebrows are still there. So I'm going to search for the hairstyles here. Yeah, I have a lot of mods. Splatoon 2 cosmetics. So let's say he has this hairstyle. You have to manually color the hair differently from the or by the TF2 color tool, which is the same tool you use to color the regular Inkling. So yeah, let's use easy Bonemerge tool to put this hair actually on him. So you can see that he now has a different hairstyle. So these are the basics. Now let's make a skatey poster. So let's say you have an OC like I have here, skatey, who has a different eye texture than normal Inkling model. So let's put out this one, and I'm going to use the blue one because I always use that. And then you can also use the stand pose here if you have the add-on, but I don't really use it that much, so I'm just going to do this. Also, if you want to just reset the entire model and just make it a ragdoll again, you can hold the left click on the model and press R. As you can see, it says unfroze 2 objects, so that's how you unfreeze stuff. The thing about the stand pose is that I'm re-recording this one, and I stand posed the model and try to show the R button trick that way, and it just didn't work with the stand pose. So I don't recommend doing that. Yeah. So let's just make her stand, and then I'm going to actually just put her arms out because they always clip into each other, and that's one thing I hate about these models. So let's make skatey out of this. First things first, you have to select the TF2 Paint to color her. You can choose the color you want in the bottom, or manually just fix or do something about it. I'm going to use the red color for her. You just have to left click on the model anywhere you want, and there you have Skatey with the red hair. One thing to note here is that if you use the regular color tool that Gmod has, it will not work. It will color the entire model like this, and it's just not good at all. So yeah, here's that one. And also now we have the red hair, so let's change her eyes to make it look like actually Skatey. Now you have this tool called submaterial tool. This is what I made the hair invisible with. You have to download some texture add-ons like Splatoon eyes texture add-ons, and then you can either find it in the browse material section at the bottom and add-ons, and then you can either just find it here, or you can use the meta IDs to just write it here. In this case I'm going to write in Splatoon/Galim and make her right eye this texture that I always use. So there, and then I'm going to make her other eye this one. So another important note: if you screw up this writing here, if you write it wrong, it will not work. You have to write it exactly as the model name is. So yeah, it's not really hard to do, it just sometimes happens when you fuck up. So yeah, now we have the skating model. Let's make her have clothing, because yeah, I don't know, to just show how to put it on her. So I'm going to search for Splatoon full clothing here, and I'm going to put the usual clothes on her that she usually has, and also a gun, because that's different how you do the guns. So let's use the easy Bonemerge tool. You have to right click on the model once. Important note: once you right click on the model, you don't have to do it every time you put a different clothes on her. You just have to do it once, and then click with the left click to all the clothes you want to put on her. That's all, and you don't have to do it manually every time with each clothing. So let's make her grab this gun. You can just turn your models this way by holding E and then moving your mouse. So let's just make her hold it this way to actually show you the model posing and the gun holding stuff. So first you have to use the collision tool. In my Gmod is in my language for me, so this is the tool that you want to use. It's called the collision tool, and you have to right click on the model just like with the clothing, just like with the easy Bonemerge tool, and then left click on the model you want to not have collision for. I can speak that well. Okay, so you manually have to put it in her hand, and that's why you need the collision tool, because if you just manually just put it in her hand, it will collide and it will glitch out your model, so I don't recommend that. Just use this tool to make the models have no collision with each other, and then put it in her hand manually. That's what I'm doing right now. I'm going to put it in her hand to make her, I don't know, just hold the gun. So once you've done that, wait, I have to do it just a little bit further because I screwed up. Okay, so once you've done that, you have to actually pose the thumbs so it doesn't look like a PS1 video game. So you have to use the thumb editor, or I don't know what it's called in English, and then you have to right click on her hand depending on where the hitbox is. So yeah, I right clicked on her hand, and now I have this menu right here where I can pose the thumbs manually. I'm just, yeah, I think this will be easy. So here, she's now holding the gun, or actually wait a minute. Okay, yeah, it now. Okay, now she's holding the gun. So this is how you make a poster. Also, one thing I still didn't mention, you have this this tool right here where you can change her facial expressions. You also have to right click, make sure to not screw up anything. I usually right click, and you can have all these options here, and yeah, do whatever you want to do with it. I'm just going to have her have a meme face, because why not? There. And then, oh my god, what? Okay, there. So you can do this. Also, you have this eye poser. You have to left click on the model, and then what I do usually to not screw up anything, because if you do this one, like if you put the eye posing in this position, her eyes will glitch out and look like some, I don't know, fish eyes. So what I usually do is that I go behind her, go inside her head, and pose the eyes that way. There. So this is how you do it. This is everything you basically have to know about posing stuff and making posters. The lighting is a different story. For the lighting, you have to choose what map you want to do it in, because a green screen map won't have this fancy lighting and stuff like that. But what I usually do is that I use the where is it? I use the light tool to put on lights and change the color of what light I want to do, and put it somewhere where you can't see it in a camera position. So that's how I do the lighting. And also sometimes I just use the flashlight to light on it, light on the model from a different angle, and put the camera down so that I can do fancy lighting myself. But as I said earlier, this won't work in green screen maps. So yeah, that's all I can say now. Thanks for watching, and please subscribe, because I lost my 700 subscribers channel, and I really want my subscribers back. If you could help me out, I will really appreciate it. So thanks for watching, hope you enjoyed, and goodbye.